Girl here with another vintage haul from the flea market. You'll have to excuse my ultra casual attire. Hi! It's, look, she knows what time it is. She knows it's time for her close-up. It's really hot here and I don't have air conditioning, so anyway, I'm kind of been putting this off because I didn't really want to go on camera being all sweaty and gross, but oh well. So anyway, this is Muffin, in case you've never met Muffin. She's my video partner. Okay, so this is going to be a really short haul because I didn't buy all that much stuff. It was, I was a little bit over inventoried and feeling kind of overwhelmed that I had piles of stuff that needed to be listed. So I was only buying things that I really wanted or that were just a great bargain. And I didn't buy hardly any jewelry at all. I kind of shied away from the guy that I normally buy the jewelry from because he charges a lot. And sometimes that's okay, but it wasn't okay, so I didn't want to spend all the money. So, anyway, I got two pieces of jewelry, and the first piece is this sterling silver and lapis ring. It's just a really pretty ring. It's got some fleur-de-lis on it. Oh, Muffin's walking under the tripod. Okay, there she goes. Really nice silver work, and it was only $2. I don't think it's marked, but I know it's silver. I can tell by looking at it. And then the other piece of jewelry I bought was this cute little retracting mechanical pencil brooch. Probably from the 1950s. It still has its lead in it, which is really nice. There it is. It actually still has lead. This one is made in Japan. I think the ones that are made in America are a little more desirable. Paid $4 for that, which was a little much, but that's okay. Okay, and then on to my other, I bought some strange and wonderful things. This one guy that, he always gives me a hard time and I give him a hard time. You never know what you're going to find in his space. Sometimes he has a lot of old tools, which is fun, but this must have been an estate or something that he bought. He didn't know, he didn't have any idea about what any of this stuff was or how old it was or anything. But you know, he sees me coming and sees sucker across my forehead, so he knows he knows if I'm interested in it, it must be something cool, and he's going to charge a lot for it. That's how he works. But the first thing I got was this neat old, like a boxing ring bell, and it does work. I did get it to work. It just is a little stiff, and it has this wooden, I don't know what that is, attached to it as a handle. Well, I'm not going to be able to get it to go for you, but there we go. Isn't that lovely? So I paid $30 for that, but I'm thinking it's, you know, kind of a interesting, unique thing. And these were probably the good buy of the day. These are some spurs. They are marked Kelly Brothers, and the particular mark dates from, if I remember correctly, 1911 to 1938. And they have this wonderful tooled leather and these buckles, and I think that these buttons that attach right here and here and the buckles are sterling silver. Kelly Brothers spurs can sell in the hundreds of dollars. So I didn't really see any exactly like these. I think they're pretty nice with the silver. They are monogrammed KS, which is my first and middle name. And oh, and this part is stamped. They're just really neat. Anyway, I paid $35 for this. What else did I get from that guy? I'll show you that in a minute. I got these carved bunny rabbits. And they're kind of like, they remind me of, they're definitely Japanese, and they remind me of the carved Netsukis. In fact, I found some Netsukes that looked exactly like this, but a little smaller. This just is too big and doesn't have any holes in it or anything, so it's not a Netsuke, which is one of those things they tie their sashes with. But it is old, and it is signed by the artist, There's a little button. I don't think it's ivory. I think it's bone, and it's signed right there. But I just thought it was kind of special, and I paid $15 for it, and I couldn't quite find anything. You know, the Netsukes sell for a lot, but I'm just not sure about this. But anyway, if anybody knows anything, let me know. I got some wooden folding rulers. Here's one of them, and it's, let's see, how does this work? I have this open. Oops, well, okay, so it's got this caliper thing on it that's made of brass. Okay, so we get it together, and there we go. Goes there, like that. Okay. So it goes like that. I have sold these before, although the ones I sold before had brand names on them. This one doesn't, so I'm not really sure, but I paid $2.50 a piece for these. This one's a little simpler. It's got the caliper on it, and maybe this one doesn't open. Maybe it's just a little tiny, yeah, it's just a little tiny ruler with the caliper on it. But I think if I shine the brass up just a little bit, not completely, but just so it's not completely brown, it'll look nicer. But yeah, $2.50 a piece on those. Not sure what they'll sell for. I got this little wooden slide viewer. The brand is Imperial Chromatoscope, and it's made out of wood, and it's neat. You put the slides in there and hold it up to a window, and it works really well. They had some slides to test it out with. So anyway, and I paid $2 for that, and they don't sell for a whole lot. And I got this wooden box, a nice turned wood with carving on it. Thinking this is maybe Central or South America, not really sure. I just sold another little wooden box that was kind of similar to this from Nicaragua. So, but anyway, that was $5. And I got some glass bird feeders, the kind that it slides in between the bars of the cage, and for like a little parakeet or something. And I got 3 of these. They're just alike, and I paid $5 for the 3 of them. So, and again, these don't sell for a whole lot, but I think if I sell the 3 of them together, I can get about maybe 20 to 25. Okay, I got these etchings. I got 3 etchings for $20. Anyway, etching. Okay, where was I? Yes, this one is Albany E. Haworth, Bridge of Sighs. That's a Venetian scene. And he is a listed artist, and I think this is the one that was the most valuable, that was selling for around $75. And then this one is, I could not identify. These are filthy, by the way. I mean, they're just like completely grimy. I haven't cleaned them at all. So yeah, I was not able to identify this artist. I think it's German, but it's pretty. And it's got some German writing on the back. You can see how old these are. These probably, this one might date from the 1800s. Or at the very latest, early 20th century. And then this one is Edith Penman. Penman is a famous artist, check it out, is what it says on that post-it note right there. And she is a listed artist. And again, this is probably 19th century or early 20th century. So, yeah. And then the last thing I have to show you are these mystery carved wooden doors. Oops. Not quite sure exactly. They go like this, maybe? I really don't know. But they've got this wonderful carving, relief carving of riders on horses. And I have looked and looked and looked and looked, and I cannot identify when or where or by whom these were made. So I'm determined to figure it out. They are old. And I paid $25 for the pair. They're in pretty good shape. I think that might be a knot hole. I'm not sure. If it's not a knot hole, it's a burn mark. But anyway. And that's it. I told you it was a little haul. I appreciate you watching. And these items are, or soon will be, for sale in my Etsy shop at vintagedazz.etsy.com or on eBay, where my username is Carolenix, and I will have all the contact information below in the description. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and comment if you care to. And I try to acknowledge or respond to all comments as best I can. Sometimes it takes me a day or two. Likewise, sometimes it takes me a day or two to answer email, and I can be really slow at these things. But I'm trying to get better. And that's it. I hope wherever you are, probably by the time you see this, it'll be fall and you will be cooler. But anyway, I hope everything's going well for you, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.